Welcome to Nerdmageddon.
Hello and welcome back to another week of Nerdmageddon. I'm your host, Corey Herzog, with all the best nerd stuff.
With me I have...
the token male, as always, your good friend Sir Simon Clark.
Kenzie.
And I guess I'm Lady/Dame Molly, if we're going to go off of what Simon did.
I really hoped everybody would have done that. I was trying to set the tone for the night,
I'm sorry, my lord.
I low-key blanked on
no, it's fine.
what I was supposed to say. I panicked.
Hey, that's my job.
That's true.
It's
That's
my
true.
job.
Molly's job is to panic all the time.
See,
Yeah.
I know Molly's job is to panic all the time, but just this week it's just been panic.
Sometimes you gotta
panic.
share the panic.
Yeah, you gotta share
just-
the panic. And yeah, you gotta share the panic. So I guess you gave me the panic this week.
Well, honestly, I've been overwhelmed with panic, so yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
hopefully we can lower some of that panic because we want to make sure we enjoy the atmosphere in the studio. I blanked on that audio.
I'm
But
very uncomfortable with the atmosphere we've created in the studio today.
but I'm super pumped for the atmosphere in the theaters because Avatar 2, the blue people, not Last Airbender. Did I clarify
Thankfully.
that?
The blue cat people known as the Na'vi.
Yes.
It's the most unoriginal name. They just stole it right from Legend of Zelda.
Yes. Actually, I was doing a TikTok live and someone was like, "Yeah, I thought they were cats." Like they straight up commented thinking that they were cats.
I mean,
Wow.
they have tails, and they have like the cat nose-ish sort of thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they do also have like cat feet. They don't have
They
regular
have, like,
human feet.
Like cat legs. Not like cat legs, but like
They have
a
like backwards knees.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Like they have weird legs. Anyway, we're getting an Avatar 2 and an Avatar 3. It's like 95% done.
I'm so confused, and because I was like, okay, James Cameron, I get like you're making Avatar 2. It's just gonna be the first Avatar movie, but it's like an underwater city instead. Apparently, in this article, it's like there are gonna be 6 Avatar movies.
Yes, there's so many happening.
There are going to be 6 of them. Where are they gonna go? Where are they all gonna go?
I don't know, but they've had the 6 planned since like at least 2 years after the first one came out or something.
Yeah, like they were scripting the 6th movie 2 years after the first.
Yeah.
Because I remember looking at the IMDb for some of the people in the first one, and it had all of them, like 2020, 2021, 2023, and I was like, when? Why? How?
Right?
Do you think James Cameron just pretty much forced these people to sign their souls away to be his own, personal slaves for his
Potentially,
filmmaking?
it was like a Marvel thing where he was like, okay, you guys are going to sign this contract for like 6 movies, and we're going to make those 6 movies.
But the thing is, he did have them filming back to back. So it's hopefully a little easier on them.
Yeah.
Because he started filming right after the first one finished. Now they're almost done. He's like, oh yeah, COVID hit us, so we lost like 6 months of production or something like that. But still, as he said, 95 to 90% done.
That's just insane to me. I don't think any movie should have 6 sequels.
No.
Ever. 3, I think, is the max. Harry
okay.
Potter's different.
I was going to say, there's Harry Potter and
Star Wars
Star
are
Wars.
different because they were written pre-planned that way. Now, I'm not saying that Avatar wasn't or
Yes.
isn't, but based on the first movie, I think that, okay, you can go and make a second movie, but after that, you should be done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying really hard to be the new Star Wars. That's the vibe I got from the first movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a weird, because like, it had the same plot basis as like Pocahontas.
Yeah.
It's basically Dances with Wolves, but with aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
I remember when I went to go see it in theaters. It was a trip.
I think The first time I ever saw it was at my uncle's house during Thanksgiving, and I did not know what was happening.
What a great movie to watch on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is insane.
It was a long movie. I remember when I went to go see it.
It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
to the 9 o'clock showing of it.
Oh,
Didn't get out of
no.
there until past midnight. And I'm just like, well,
I remember, so I have a texture thing. This is relevant, I promise. But I have a texture thing. I cannot be in wet denim. Like, it just messes with me.
What is this leading to? I don't...
Hold on. So it was pouring rain on our way to the theater.
Oh.
And, like, you could barely see outside the windshield. And so we got out, and I got soaked. And my mom's boyfriend at the time got mad at me because I was like, I need, like, another pair of pants. Like, I cannot sit in a 3-hour movie in wet jeans. And it was, I was so distracted by the fact that, like, my ankles were soaking wet that I could barely focus on the movie. That's how it's relevant.
Okay, I was super
Okay.
confused. I thought you were trying to go to, like, the next story. I'm like, what? What is all of this about?
No, it's just Corey has texture issues.
Yeah, okay.
But speaking of issues, Enola Holmes. The Holmes family is just full of issues.
They are.
okay. So speaking of the Holmes family having tons of issues, something I actually found out early this morning is that there's a lawsuit by Conan Doyle Conan, sorry, my bad. So Conan Doyle, who is suing Netflix because Sherlock Holmes is too nice in the movie.
It's his estate, not the actual human being that died like a ton of years ago.
Yeah, his estate.
Heckin' years
Sorry.
ago.
Hecking years ago.
I should have, Anyway, they're suing Netflix because they made Sherlock too nice.
Which is hilarious because everything I was seeing on Tumblr was about how amazing Henry Cavill, because that's who plays Sherlock in this, did as Sherlock, and how this was the first Sherlock that wasn't, I'm trying to think of a word that wasn't terrible to everyone he met. I myself haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I haven't seen it either. I meant to watch
But-
it over the weekend.
I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, he's actually like a decent-ish human being.
Well, here's a great thing. So according to thetab.com, it said they asked Henry Cavill on like what he thought about, and he pretty much said, I mean, honestly, I don't have a take on it. It's a character from a page which we worked out from the screenplay. The legal stuff is above my pay grade.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sherlock is such an interesting character, and then Enola is also, because there's kind of like a version of her in the BBC TV series Sherlock.
Isn't that what Winston's wife that they like rewrite her as? I'm not sure 100%.
So
I'm not too deep into like Sherlock, so I don't know.
her name in Sherlock, the sister that I'm thinking of, they renamed her Zephyr, or something like that.
I don't know. I never watched the 4th season because all I saw was that it was kind of terrible.
It's not
They
as
rushed
good as
it.
like the others.
Yeah.
But basically, she is just female Sherlock in that version, where she's a prodigy at the violin, and she's actually locked up because she's so dangerous, and she becomes the big bad of the season. But I think this is a little more interesting, just because she's younger than her 2 brothers, whereas in BBC she was older. She was the oldest of the 3 siblings. And then this one, at least from what I've seen, she's spunky, but she's not cruel.
Yeah.
So I want to watch it. I promised Johnny I would watch it with him on Netflix Party. That's what it's called. I promised I'd watch it with him on Netflix Party.
Ew. Making
Netflix?
promises with people.
What?
Okay.
Nah.
I don't know
Nah.
what's happening.
But I'm so excited. Have you seen it yet, Simon?
Seen what?
Enola Holmes.
No. Sorry, I was blanking. I was like, I'm waiting for the next story, and then you're like, hey, Simon.
My roommates have watched it, and I've seen snippets, and I actually really enjoy the character Enola.
Yeah. And keeping in the same vein as Henry Cavill, Witcher Season 2 announced where it's filming for the second season.
Yes.
I would say take it away, Kenzie, because you're the one who does the
Everything.
Witcher stuff.
Everything Witcher.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So I totally blanked on everything I was gonna say, just like my head. But I have the whole thing
fact.
pulled up.
Yeah.
While Kenzie thinks about what she wants to say, Henry Cavill tweeted a thing. I can't remember what it was. I literally just saw it, but Joey Beatty responded to it, and it was pretty much just them playing as Geralt. Sorry, I'm also blanking today.
Geralt and Dandelion.
Yeah, and it was pretty much just Joey was like, "I'm still not talking to you," and then he responded with, And it's a great moment because someone was like, "Well, we know how season 2 is going."
So they are in UK's in some of their most beautiful ruins. They're like in. Sorry, I've read through this, but I'm blanked on absolutely everything. So they're gonna be in some of the like Fountains Abbey, which is a ruin in northern England. An ancient. Oh, guys, I have not been good at
It's
pronouncing
okay.
words tonight. Molly, can you help?
Oxenford Town.
Sister G. Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Mackenzie Duval, and I'm 20, and I'm very illiterate.
Let me see what it
Sister
is.
Syrian?
Where is it?
It's the C word.
Yeah.
Cistercian.
There we go.
Thanks, Simon.
I can't even say it anymore. I can't. Okay.
We apparently have a total of 1.5 brain cells tonight.
Hey, I at least have one whole one.
That's half a brain cell
you're
more
the
than
whole
usual.
one.
Okay.
You're the whole brain cell.
You guys make
You're
up
the
a half of
half.
the brain cell.
Yeah, no. He's the whole. Y'all are the half. I'm the blonde. There's no brain cells here.
Head empty, no thoughts.
Yep. All right. But yeah, so they've in some amazing, beautiful ruins. The only one I can say is apparently the Fountain Abbey. They've also are filming a couple places in Scotland as well, and the
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
Yes. They actually include pictures in the article that we're referencing, and these are gorgeous. They are picturesque. And I can only imagine what it looked like when it was like fully built, but unfortunately we get a lot of broken down towers and
Which are still amazing.
yeah, they're still amazing. But
I would
imagine-
hope they look picturesque because they're pictures.
Yeah, but they're so pretty. They're
They're
pretty.
pictures.
I'm just
That's
super.
a terrible joke.
Hey, it could be a
Simon.
picture, but not picturesque.
The one thing I'm really excited for is that there isn't going to be that time frame jump
Yes.
like they had in the first season, which confused a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So they're actually not going to have that. And I'm just so excited because like I've been reading the books and I'm just getting more and more and more excited of
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that
For it
time
being
jump,
released.
that time jump skip is more confusing than the fact that there's going to be 6 Avatar movies.
Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but speaking of being out in the UK, all that, the Great British Bake Off is coming back, and they're doing things a little differently.
Heck yes. Okay. I love the Great British Bake Off. I have watched all of the seasons that are on Netflix with my mom. It's fine. So the first episode was actually aired last Saturday.
Okay.
It's on Netflix, obviously. And so it was really interesting because they started it off by saying, Noel, one of the hosts, started it off by talking about the situation. And I wasn't entirely sure when they had filmed this, if it was like before everything started shutting down, or if they had somehow like done it after like opening up again. But so it turns out that they actually filmed this at the height of like the shutdown, pretty much. So they did it over the summer. They sectioned off their bakers and crew members. So like they had their own little, as Noel calls it, baking bubble village thing.
Oh, that's
And
so
it was
cute.
yeah, it was very cute. But so it was really interesting to hear them talking like in 2020, we decided to do this because we wanted to continue bringing this show to you and giving, because the whole point of the Great British Bake Off is that it is all home bakers. And so they wanted to continue giving home bakers a chance to show what they can do and participate in this very British tradition at this point.
Yeah, so looking at this, they had everyone, quarantined, essentially.
Yep.
And rather than doing it over the course of 12 weeks where they would film, every weekend, they did it in 6 weeks.
Yep.
And there was basically no time to stop. Which I think is a very interesting way to do a reality TV show, given current situations.
Yeah, it was also different from past years because they didn't give them a chance. So usually the bakers have a chance to practice what is the signature and the showstopper. So that's the first challenge and then the last challenge. So usually they have the whole week where they're technically at their day jobs and all that other stuff to practice two of their bakes. This time they weren't given that option and availability, which is interesting because they mentioned that when they were asking bakers what they were doing. They were like, well, this is what I normally do, and we're going to add some stuff, and we're going to hope it works.
Sounds about right in life. You hope for the best.
Yeah.
Sprinkle in some panic there. It's fine.
I mean, and it's not always going to work out, but, someone's going to like the taste of it.
Yeah. It was just very interesting because their first showstopper, which is the last one, and it's supposed to be the most impressive, was cake molding. So they had to sculpt people's heads. And that was very interesting. Someone did Marie Antoinette, and that was a fun moment where they had to cut into her face.
Oh, wow. See, okay, if I had done Marie Antoinette, just her whole wig would be whipped cream.
They used rice paper. It was supposed to be macaroons,
Oh.
but they did not turn out well, so then they just used rice paper.
I think whipped cream would be better. More historically accurate.
It wouldn't hold its shape as well.
Yeah, it definitely would not.
I'm not a baker. I don't care if I win. I just want to be funny.
The only episode I remember is when they were making churros, and this one guy was like,
yeah.
"I'm gonna make curry flavored churros," and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
I would eat that, though.
They said it was an interesting idea. It just was not the good choice.
Yeah, that's a theme
Okay.
for a lot of bakes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's interesting.
Well, moving along, we have some more Disney news. So Disney cast the Blackish star Yara Shadidi as Tinkerbell in the new Peter Pan and Wendy movie.
I'm sorry, my brain just shut off for a second.
And there goes our only functioning brain cell.
She is, I loved her in Blackish. She was so good and, just such, a cute actress, and I loved her.
Yeah. People are really excited to see her as Tinkerbell. People are worried that there's going to be the same kind of, backlash and response as when we got, I just saw the name. I blanked. You guys passed it on to me. I'm not okay with this.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Halle Bailey.
Halle Berry?
Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
Yes, I remember now because I kept mixing her up with Halle Berry. But no, they're just are we going to get the same reaction as she got when she was cast as Ariel? But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal.
I don't think it... See, for me, all of these stories, although they are considered, English folktales, who cares, what...
Neverland doesn't
color
make
they
sense to
are?
begin with.
It
It's
doesn't.
not supposed to.
So, Tinkerbell is absolutely hands down one of my favorite characters ever. Always has been, always will be. And I'm so excited to see what she's going to bring to the table. Now, the only thing Disney absolutely has to do is keep the green dress.
I don't think anyone's going to try and take away the green dress. That's way too iconic.
It is way too
I always thought it was,
iconic.
gold.
Her dress?
It's
Yeah.
green.
I'm also colorblind, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, you
What is it
are?
with everyone in this
Sort of.
department being colorblind?
It's very common.
It's a very common thing for men specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it affects the X chromosome.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that there are several people within our department who are colorblind.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not colorblind like Adam is. Like,
Yeah.
if something, like, for what mine is it's like, I can't tell the difference between certain shades.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you show me navy blue and forest green, I can't tell the difference between the two. I'm like, they both look either blue or green.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you show me, like, I don't know, like, if you show me, like, millennial pink and white next to each other, or, like, eggshell white or whatever, I'm like, those look exactly the same.
That's fair. That's fair. But also, they announced that Jude Law will be playing Captain Hook.
Okay.
But yeah, they're saying that because Peter Pan is so timeless, that's why they're doing another remake. Because that was one of the things that was brought up was, why are we doing all these remakes? People are getting tired of them.
Yeah.
And the director said, well, I think this just proves that it can stand the test of time.
And I feel like, depending on how they go about it, they could expand upon Neverland and Peter's, like, story. Because I know that's been explored in a bunch of different things. Like, I think it's
Hook.
called Peter and the Starcatchers.
Peter and the Starcatchers.
Yeah.
Hook was explored.
My favorite.
Oh, man, Hook was so good.
Rip Robin Williams.
Yeah. Also, the person who played as Rufio is the person who voice
Yes.
acted Zuko.
And
Huh.
fun fact, so he had just watched Dead Poet Society, Dante Bosco, Rufio. And so he was just asking Robin Williams all these questions about poetry. And at the end of the filming, Robin got him a book of poetry, like a really thick
Aw.
book of poetry, and he still has it.
That's
sad.
amazing.
Yeah. But to get back on a happier note, you might be able to watch Peter and Wendy with your friends while you're at home, because Disney has released Group Watch, which is basically their version of Netflix Party. But instead of being an app or an extension you have to get like Netflix Party, it's on like the web. It's on the web design, so you can stream it from select smart TVs, your laptop, the app. The only downside is there is no group chat.
Oh.
So just Skype it in. I mean, that's what I would do at least. I would like Skype it in or have everybody on a call and then do it.
Yeah, but it like syncs up the screen for everybody. You can have up to 7 people watching at the same time.
Huh.
And so it like syncs up the screen, and they're like, well, you can use like other apps to like commentate. They might be adding a chat feature later on. They aren't sure yet.
I feel like part of the fun of watching something with someone else is being able to talk to them about it, even while it's playing.
Yes.
But I also understand, especially when it comes to like phone apps, you don't have a lot of space for like a chat
Yeah.
app or like chat side. So I do understand why they would want to not have that be a thing.
Yeah. They did say with the app you can send like little emojis, but you
Cool.
can't like do that on like the computer or TV.
Okay.
Is my understanding of it. It's all very new. I'm gonna be checking it out hopefully soon, so my friends won't binge watch all the Halloween Town movies.
Heck yes.
If you guys want to join in on that, let me know.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Halloween Town. Who wouldn't?
Okay, also, I love Hocus Pocus.
I've never
Hocus
watched
Pocus
it.
is- Oh my
I've
god,
never
what?
seen it either.
Neither
You
has...
two are blasphemous.
Also,
I refuse to
one of
watch
my-
it at this point.
Why?
No, you have to. Please watch it for like us.
Can you watch it for me?
Please.
No.
It's actually very good.
Corey. My favorite, all-time favorite, Big. Would you please watch it for me?
Do you all see this emotional manipulation that's going on?
I don't
No,
see
because
anything.
it's still on. It's the camera's still on me.
It
Apparently.
is still on Simon.
So, hi, I'm gonna be pantomiming as Kenzie and Corey for a minute. So,
Your puppy dog eyes need to be bigger.
I'm just gonna do
Much
hands.
bigger.
I'm gonna do hands. It's
He's
fine.
doing his Eldritch Being hands.
Yeah.
We will debate on this.
No, Corey, you gotta watch it.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Our commentator, ladies and gentlemen.
Commentator.
Alright,
Okay.
I think this calls for a break.
Yes, we are gonna try and.
There you go. Thank you. Yay!
No, never mind.
Why? Why do you keep doing that?
We're going to try and regain what little brain cell we have. Thank you guys so much for watching in and enjoying this chaos. Thank you guys for creating the chaos, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, always.
And as always, you
You
nerd it here first.